All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the October 15th Administrative Services Committee meeting. It's 5:01. So we'll start with approval of the minutes from September.
I'll make that motion.
We have a motion to approve. Second?
I will second that.
A second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. That brings us to the privilege of the floor. Is there anyone that would like to speak to the privilege of the floor? Seeing no one, we'll close the privilege of the floor and move right on to local law intro 1524, a local law amending the Chautauqua County Code of Ethics. Anybody here to speak on that?
Hi, Christy Martin from the Chautauqua County Law Department.
Thank you.
I am covering for Ms. Wright from my office. I believe she submitted a memorandum explaining the need for the specific changes to the Code of Ethics. Big one being that they have slightly changed the definition of a related person for the nepotism policy, for that aspect of the code. Adding in daughter-in-law, son-in-law. Additionally, I think the other major change is in regards to section 10 on training and when the training for new employees and when people are hired by the county, when the training has to be completed by. They I think it was color coded in the email to show the new and old. It says within 30 days of taking office and no later than 30 days. That wasn't changed of when it's required to be done, like the financial disclosure statement. For training, it says that training will occur for all new employees within 30 days of receipt of training materials for newly appointed county participants, for existing employees and county participants by March 31st. I don't believe they changed the dates more than they're just kind of changing.
So it's just an administrative change.
It's changing a few definitions. There was also one aspect that was changed in regards to payroll, who can approve payroll. Each county officer employee shall ensure the accuracy of such officer employees' records, time worked, and benefit of time used.
Okay, yeah, sounds pretty straightforward. Thank you.
Yeah, when Kristen brought this to me to sponsor, there wasn't any, it was all just kind of cleaning it up.
Okay.
Nothing major. Okay, thank you very
Alright,
much.
thank you.
All right, now we'll get into resolutions. Number 2, proposed resolution, amend the 2024 budget to increase funding for the training lab renovations project within the Chautauqua County American Rescue Plan Act, ARPA spending plan.
Well, that's a lot. That's a mouthful.
That's something.
Good evening, John D'Angelo, Chief Information Officer for the county. This project to do some renovations down in the basement to our training lab and nearby offices was put into place last year. And since then, we've had the interior designers, the guys that do the cubicles and everything, come in help us with a plan that didn't quite fit our needs, the initial plan. So we revised it, and we also got better quotes from a construction company and our electric contractor. So given those fees, we had to increase the funding for the project. So I requested additional ARPA funding in the amount of $27,000.
So you're getting electric lazy boys instead of
Yeah.
manual?
The battery powered ones. No, it's additional network connectivity for our staff, lighting. The HVAC work, we had a company look at it, but we do think we can do it in-house with our buildings and grounds. So we're going to do as much in-house as we can ourselves. So yeah, that's, now that I have solid quotes from last year, we're starting the implementation, and so the additional funding was requested. And it was approved by the ARPA committee, as I understand it.
All right, questions, comments?
HVAC is important.
Yeah, we did try to scavenge as much as we could furniture-wise from the Graff building, but so did other departments. They got to it first. So we couldn't quite use all the furniture from Graff that we wanted to, so we need to purchase some.
All right,
Sounds good.
anything else? Anybody else? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Thank you, John.
Mm-hmm.
And that takes us to number 3, proposed resolution, amend the 2024 budget to implement the server replacement and upgrades project using funding from the American Rescue Plan Act, ARPA.
So this project again was a, well, not again, but this project was a 2025 planned capital project and approved through the budget. And then guided by the finance department, we decided to move it into 2024 and utilize ARPA funds to do the project. It is a
268.
$268,000 project, which replaces and upgrades servers and equipment directly related to the security system in the jail and in the courts. So it upgrades the servers and all the controllers that control all the doors in the jail and the courts.
What was the rationale for switching it to ARPA funds rather than your budget?
I would defer to Blake on that one.
Well, we had a project that returned some funds, and obviously with the deadline coming up, we needed to approve of or suggest of projects that we can get under contract within a reasonable amount of time. And John has assured me that this will be under project by year end. So we had, at the time before it got approved, we had about almost 300,000. So it was kind of perfect amount for us to go ahead with it.
Yeah, it's a turnkey solution with one provider, so we'll be able to get it under contract soon and get the work done. Thank you, Blake.
Yep.
Anything else? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Thank you.
Thank you, John. All right. Proposed resolution, item number 4, authorize agreement with New York State for the Petroleum Product Quality Program.
Hello. Emily Blevins, Deputy County Clerk. For those who are unaware of what Weights and Measures does, they are responsible for sealing and certifying all scales and measuring devices across the county, specifically in regards to commercial use. Sorry, I'm gonna take a deep breath. Okay, so with the Petroleum Quality Program, the state requires that we send a sample to them, and then they certify that it's of the quality standards required by New York State. This is just renewing that. They reimburse us for the sample that we're taking and sending to them.
So it's not really costing.
No, it doesn't cost us anything. This is just certifying, and we do it every 5 years. We have to renew it. This is just covering our cost. They're paying for it.
Every how many? Every 5 years?
5 years.
Okay.
hmm
So this is saying it's, okay, we're allowing you to send it in and then they pay you.
Correct.
Okay,
We'll take money.
that seems simple. Any questions, comments, concerns? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Thank you.
Thank you.
That brings us to item number 5, proposed resolution, standard workday and reporting resolution. Please state your name.
Jennifer Rissel from Human Resources, Senior Personnel Technician, appearing on behalf of Debbie Mikowski, HR Director. And
Sarah C. Holmes, Secretary to the Director of Human Resources from Human Resources.
this proposed resolution is to set the workday reported to New York State local retirement system for the 2 individuals listed on the resolution. This is a reoccurring process that formalizes the reporting once the individual completes their record of activity. You'll notice that if this resolution is passed, the 2 names on the resolution will be certified until the end of 2025. And there is no budgetary impact of this proposed resolution. It is simply to direct the retirement system on the number of workdays to be reported per pay period for these individuals.
We've all seen these before. Any questions, comments, concerns? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Thank you.
Perfect.
Okay, that brings us to number 6, proposed resolution, setting the salary for behavioral health therapists.
Again, Jennifer Rissel, Senior Personnel Technician from Human Resources.
And hello, Trish McLennan, Deputy Director with Department of Mental Hygiene and Social Services. We have 2 resolutions for you that are related. The first one is a behavioral health therapist. What we're essentially doing is retitling our current positions. Currently, for these type of folks, we have about 5 or 6 different titles that they could fit into. It's not required for state, it's not required for our county, but it's just something that historically has accrued over time. There is no change to the current budget. These were budgeted for in 2024, so you'll not see any request for the change in budget. And again, it's retitling. What this also allows, if I can also hit the next one, if you're
Sure.
okay with that, sir?
Yeah.
What this allows for the second one, it allows some folks who are licensed to actually be in a different pay grade, which they should be to start with. Currently, they're not. What this is also doing, for example, is one of our current, what's called a licensed mental health counselor, was just able, because of the direction we're going, able to be a candidate for supervision, for a supervisory role. Traditionally, they've not been able to, despite other counties doing this, other areas in our own county doing this. So it's a real positive thing, but again, it's basically retitling. We'll only be offering 2 different positions. It doesn't cut down on anything, and it was already in the 2024 budget. We've been working together for a number of months to get this going.
I have a question.
Sure.
So these are new positions that did not exist, the work
No.
description?
No,
And so will the old positions be stricken from the?
yes.
Okay.
They will not be, and they will not be replaced. So it's not adding any extra to it. That's a great, yeah, good clarification.
Anything else? We can ask questions on both of them if you're on both, and then we're gonna vote each one separately, but seeing as how they're tied in together, questions would be pretty much the same. No questions? No comments? Okay, voting on, proposed resolution number 6, setting the salary for behavioral health therapists. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Proposed resolution, the 7th one, setting the salary for licensed behavioral health therapists. Anything anybody wants to say extra at this time? Seeing none, All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Thank you.
Thank you.
That brings us to other. Does anybody have any other for the good of the committee or the county?
Exciting things are happening.
If not, motion to adjourn.
That's all, waiting.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a mo- I got 2 more coming.
I'll make that motion to adjourn.
We got a motion to adjourn? Second? Somebody?
I'll second it.
Got a second? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried? Adjourned. Thank you. Yeah, they were just giving me.
No pen in there that you can use?